Hello, we've got 8 matches of the Champions League, the 1 out of 16 First League coming up there. So I thought I'd take a look and see how the teams are getting on there and recent matches and how they finished in the group and the odds of the matches, and I got my score predictions. So quite a bit more detail this time for me. So let's get to it. Starting off with Atletico Madrid against Liverpool. Atletico Madrid currently sits in 4th place in Spain there. So far this season, they got 10 wins, 10 draws, and 4 defeats. 1 win and 2 draws in their past 5 league matches. Recently drawing games against Leganes and Valencia. Leganes hit all the way down to 19th. So that's a pretty bad loss, or pretty bad draw for them there. But losses pretty bad against Bayern though. And Real Madrid's not so much of a surprise. Cultural Lanusa, the second division side in the Copa away, was quite a bit of an upset. And losing the Super Cup, the Spania final, penalty kicks in Saudi Arabia back in January there against Real Madrid as well too. So they weren't too far away from a trophy, but ultimately came just short. And just 1 win in the last 7 in all competitions. So not looking too good there for Atletico Madrid recently. And for Liverpool in England, of course, lead the way, top of the table, 25 victories and a single draw in their 26 matches there this season. Quite unbelievable and frustrating that they keep on dominating. 17 wins in a row currently in the league. 14 unbeaten in a row in all competitions as well too. Last losing any match 5-0 against Aston Villa in the League Cup. But that was with their youth squads, as their senior squads went off to compete in the Club World Cup competition, which of course they ended up winning that as well too. And the other slip up was against Shrewsbury there recently, using the kids in that game, though they had a 2-0 lead and slipped up to a 2-2 draw, forcing a replay, which was used by even a younger squad, and they managed to just sneak past with an own goal from them as well too. So compete against my team Chelsea coming up in the 5th round there at Stamford Bridge. So it's going to be quite an interesting and tough battle, depending whether or not Liverpool take this competition seriously eventually. But surely, I think at that stage, 5th rounds, they already wrapped up the Premier League, just some Champions League matches, and then FA Cup competition to get even more trophies for the end of the season. So that's the situation with both sides there. And yeah, so Atletico Madrid 4th place in Spain, while Liverpool are top. So head-to-head record, Atletico Madrid with 2 wins, Liverpool with 1 victory, and there's been 2 draws. Counting the 2008, 2010, and 2017 matches in recent times. 2008 saw 2 draws for these 2 sides. 2010 was 1 victory each, and 2017 Atletico Madrid winning on penalty kicks. So it's all been very tight there. And odds for this game: $3.50 for Atletico Madrid, $3.10 for a draw, $2.20 for Liverpool. And Liverpool got to the stage after topping Group E with 13 points, 4 wins, 1 draw, and 1 defeat. Their slip-ups were against Napoli there, losing away from home and only mustering a draw at Anfield there. So it is possible to slip up for them. And for Atletico Madrid, they finished 2nd in Group D there, 10 points, 3 victories, 1 draw, and 2 defeats. So, in summary, Liverpool are looking sharp and focused, while Atletico Madrid's stumbling a bit, but are capable of pulling off something, especially since they got the home league in this year. They definitely have to get at least a draw, probably at least a win, really, to have any chance of getting through to the quarterfinals before they get to play them in the second leg at Anfield But unfortunately for them, I'm going to go for Liverpool to win this one, 2-1, to give them a good advantage going into the second leg. Okay, so now we're on to the second game there. It's between Dortmund and PSG. Dortmund's currently sitting in third place in Germany. 12 wins, 6 draws, and 4 defeats there this season. 4 wins and a loss in the past 5 league matches. Currently got 42 points. It scored the most goals, interestingly, in Germany by 1 over Bayern Munich this season. And it's all very tight in the Bundesliga. So Dortmund are definitely within a shot to win the season's title. Recent bad results for them include an epic 4-3 loss against Bayer Leverkusen, blowing a 3-1 lead in the last 10 minutes. So that doesn't help their chances. And out of the DFB Pokal, the cup competition in Germany there, 3-2 loss against Werder Bremen. While for PSG, dominating team in France there, first place, 20 wins, 2 draws, 3 defeats, 62 points, 4 wins, and a draw in their past 5 league matches, and scored 67 goals there this season. 26 goals, would you believe it, more than any other sides, and they've got themselves a 10-point buffer over second spot, I say. Recent games include a 4-4 thriller against Amiens last match, from 3-0 down to a 4-3 lead before a last-minute stoppage time equaliser from Amiens for a 4-4 draw. They got a 6-1 smashing victory over Dijon in the French Cup quarter-final, and somehow have managed to go 23 games unbeaten in all competitions. So it could be quite tough to stop PSG. And November the 2nd was the last time they ended up losing. So it's going back a fair while there, 3 months. 2-1 defeat against Dijon. How they finished in the table on the group stages. Dortmund, they came second in Group F there. 3 wins, 1 draw, 2 defeats, 10 points. Finishing behind first place Barcelona, who finished with 14 points. And for PSG, they topped Group A, 5 wins and 1 draw, 16 points. Their 1 draw being against Real Madrid, who finished in second spot. And the odds for this game, $2.80 for Dortmund, $3.75 for the draw, $2.30 for PSG. And head-to-head matches, I only managed to find 2 draws for them, 2010, 0-0 and 1-1. So for this game here, I'm going to go with PSG to fall short and finally pick up a defeat. And this is also part of my random club series, so make sure you check out that video when I publish it, as well as the Atletico Madrid Liverpool game as well too. So both these 2 games were in the club series. We could potentially move from England to Spain, and also from France to Germany, depending. And for this game, I am going to go for Dortmund to get a 3-2 victory. Should be quite a few goals in this game, considering how well the sides have done technically-wise. And Haaland for that Dortmund's recent player coming off the bench there, scoring goals for fun, basically 9 goals in 6 games, and managed to win the Player of the Month award. So definitely a player to watch out for, and I think he might do the damage, and the other squad members somehow just get past PSG on this one. Okay, so the next one is between Atalanta and Valencia. So it's going to be really interesting to see who comes with this one and makes the quarterfinals. There's 2 surprising teams, you have to say, who you wouldn't really pick to make it thus far, but they're guaranteed to have at least one of these sides. Well, one of these sides will make the last 8. So for Atalanta, they are in Italy, currently sitting in 4th place. 13 wins, 6 draws, and 5 defeats this season. 3 wins and a draw in the past 5 league matches. They have managed to score the most goals in Italy this season as well too, with 63, 8 more than Lazio. But a bit of inconsistency for them, seeing some big victories against the likes of AC Milan and Parma when they destroyed them 5-0. And also got a 7-0 victory against Torino as well. But a 2-2 slip against Genoa in 18th spot and a 2-1 loss against Spal, who's in 20th. So two sides in the relegation zone they've been losing to. And other sides that's higher up on the table, they managed to bump them 5-0, 7-0. So they managed to sort out their defence in some games and be a bit more consistent and tune up every match. Then they would have been right up there with the top three that's competing for the title of the season for Italy, the likes of Juventus, Inter Milan, and Lazio. So they trail the leaders Juventus by 12 points there. So they're not going to win their title there the season, but they could end up back at the Champions League competition once again, though, if they manage to get those victories against those bottom sides as well too. Recent matches also, they got a 6-3 victory over Wayndham, a friendly match, and I have no idea why that match was played during the season, so let me know if you know why for that one. And for Valencia, they're currently sitting in 7th place in Spain there. 10 wins, 8 draws, and 6 defeats. 2 wins and a draw in their past 5 league matches. Got 38 points there this season, 15 points behind the leaders Real Madrid. Recent games for them include a 2-2 draw against Atletico Madrid and a 3-0 defeat against Getafe, who's having an amazing season there, being in 3rd place. A 3-1 loss against Granada in the Copa del Rey quarterfinals as well too. So it's not looking too flash for Valencia, as they've got some work to do to even make the Europa League next season at this stage. And the odds for this game, Atalanta are the favourites at home at $1.72, $3.75 for the draw, $4.50 for Valencia. And how they managed to qualify. For Valencia, they ended up topping Group H, which included my team Chelsea there, only just with 11 points, 3 wins, 2 draws, and 1 defeat. And I think it was the head-to-head record over Chelsea there that managed to just edge them above and give them the easier fixture instead of Chelsea, who we managed to get to Bayern Munich. So that's going to be a tough one. We'll get to that one soon. And for Atalanta, they came second in Group C there, just managed to squeak through with 7 points, 2 wins and 1 draw with 3 defeats behind Manchester City, who ended up topping Group C. So it'll be an interesting one here. So will Atalanta turn up and bump Valencia like they've been doing in the league? Will Valencia surprise them? I'm going to go for Atalanta to pick up a big fat 3-0 victory, and that would definitely leave them in a really good spot to make the next stage. So the next one, moving on to Tottenham against Leipzig. Tottenham are in 5th place in England, the Premier League, and 11 wins, 7 draws, 8 defeats, 40 points, 36 points behind the leaders, Liverpool, would you believe it? Unbeaten in the past 7 matches. Tottenham, dramatic 94th minutes win against Aston Villa there, the last match. Means that it's just sitting right behind Chelsea once we slipped up against Manchester United today. A 3-2 win in the replay in Southampton, the FA Cup. So they've been scoring quite a few goals, but quite leaky defensively. But fortunately for them, it's been favourable results for the most part. And for Leipzig, they currently sit in 2nd spot there in Germany. 13 wins, 6 draws, and 3 defeats. 45 points, 1 point behind the leaders Bayern Munich. 2 wins and 2 draws for them in the past 5 matches. Only 1 win in the last 5 for Leipzig, being a 3-0 victory against Werder Bremen in the last league match. They suffered some losses against Eintracht Frankfurt in the League Cup, and the league as well. And for Mönchengladbach and Bayern Munich being draws against pretty strong opposition there. And Tottenham qualified from Group B in second spots with 10 points, 3 wins, 1 draw, 2 defeats behind 1 away winners Bayern Munich. And for Leipzig, they topped Group G, which was the weakest group of the lots, with Lyon going through as well too, with 11 points, 3 wins, 2 draws, and 1 defeat for them. Odds for this game, 2.37 for Tottenham, 3.40 for the draw, $2.88 for Leipzig. And didn't find any head-to-head match records anyway since at least 2005 there. So if you know if these sides played before, feel free to let me know. But Leipzig has been one of those teams that managed to work their way up in Germany. I believe they were in the second division just a few seasons back. But they're doing quite well the season. It'd be quite nice if they managed to upset the odds and go on and win the Bundesliga, defeat Bayern Munich. Of course, it's a big title race in Germany with Dortmund also there, with Mönchengladbach could also win the league as well too. But for this game here, I'm going to go for Leipzig to win a 4-2 thriller match. And there'll be quite a few goals on this game. Should be really exciting and definitely one to watch, as Tottenham had a 7-1 defeats against, or 7-2 defeats, I believe it was, against Bayern Munich in the group stages earlier this season. So, yeah, imagine if we see something like that again. Okay, the next game is my team Chelsea taking on Bayern Munich. This is next week's matches. I'll go the Chelsea preview thing as well too, close to the time, so stay tuned for that one. But Chelsea, we still remain in 4th place there in the league, only by 1 point there, and we can easily drop all the way down to 7th, 8th, 9th or something, because it hasn't been doing too well in recent times. And I wrote down some weaker things yesterday there, so they won't be quite accurate. 1 win and 3 draws in the past 5. So they'll be a little bit off. 12 wins, 5 draws, and 8 defeats. The season, 41 points, 35 points behind the leaders Liverpool. Of course, we lost against Manchester United there 2-0 today. 2 disallowed goals, very unfortunate. A 2-2 draws against Leicester and Arsenal as well too recently. And Brighton managed to beat Hull City 2-1 in the 4th round FA Cup, so managed to get to playing against Liverpool in the 5th round coming up. So you never know, potential silverware if we are fortunate. And for Bayern Munich, they are top of Germany, 14 wins, 4 draws, and 4 defeats there this season. 4 wins and a draw in their past 5 games. 6 points separating the top 5 German sides, of course. The amazing final 12 matches the season left to go. Last competitive loss against Mönchengladbach for Bayern Munich was back on the 8th of December. Last game, they got a 4-1 victory over Köln and managed to somehow score 3 goals in the first 12 minutes. Absolute domination in that match. Got an epic 4-3 victory over Hoffenheim in the DFB Cup as well too. And they did play a friendly match against Nuremberg, 5 goals to 2. So one of those teams that's been playing some friendly matches during some break periods. So don't know why that is. Feel free to let me know as well too for that one. Okay, so for this match here, the odds for this game, $3.75 for Chelsea, $3.25 for the draw, $1.80 for Bayern Munich. And how they finish, Chelsea in second spot, just 1 point ahead of Ajax to sneak in. 3 wins, 2 draws, 1 defeat. And for Bayern Munich, they topped Group B, 6 wins out of 6, 18 points. So yeah, very tough one. head-to-head record for these two sides. Chelsea with 1 victory, Bayern with 2 victories. And these games include the 2017 match where Bayern Munich managed to win 3-2, 2013 where Bayern Munich won 7-6 on the Super Cup on penalty kicks. But back in 2012 there was when Chelsea actually managed to win the Champions League 5-4. That was a very exciting time. That was only 1 year after I started supporting Chelsea as well too. So who knows? We could potentially win the Champions League this season. You never know. But first, we have to get past Bayern Munich and these two leads in the 1-16. We also got the quarterfinals, semi-finals, 2 leads, and then finals. So there's a lot of matches still to go to get the opportunity to do so. And yeah, for this game here, got to go with my team at Chelsea. But it's going to be a tough one. So we've been struggling there recently, and especially at home as well too. But you never know. We tune up, have Mason Mount and Tabby Abraham back in the squads because they were missing for today's match against Manchester United. That would definitely help as well too. I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory for Chelsea. Just need to win the home league. But then again, we're better away from home, so a draw out of the game still leave us with a chance. Next game is Napoli and Barcelona. Napoli in Italy, currently sitting in 8th as of yesterday. I think they dropped down to 9th or 10th recently, having a pretty horrific season. 9 wins, 6 draws, 9 defeats, 33 points. 3 wins and 2 losses in the past 5 games. A massive 24 points behind the leaders, Juventus. Recent games, 4 wins in the last 5 in all competitions. So they'll be picking up some results in recent matches. But they've still got a lot of work to do to even make the UEFA League positions there this season. 2 points behind the 6th place at Verona, 1 point ahead of 11th place. Recent games, they managed to pick victories against Juventus, who's leading, so that was a really impressive victory. Sampdoria in 17th, Cagliari in 11th. They did suffer a 3-2 loss against Leeds, who's sitting in 16th spots, so the woes are still there to see. And Inter Milan, they managed to pick up a 1-0 victory in the Coppa semi-final match, so they still have an opportunity to win a trophy there this season, would you believe it? And for Barcelona in the 2nd spot there in Spain, 16 wins, 4 draws, 4 defeats, 52 points, 1 point behind Real Madrid, 4 wins in the past 5 games. Did suffer a stoppage time loss against Bilbao in the Copa del Rey quarterfinals, and a 2-0 loss against Valencia, who's in 7th spots. There are recent matches, but the big talking point, the Copa del Rey, where Real Madrid also suffered as well too. So first time in 6 years where the sides got to the quarterfinals with one of those 2 juggernaut teams. So it's going to be an interesting winner for that competition this year. Also did some videos on that, so you might want to check that out. We'll come back again for the semi-final games. And other teams managed to get on in the group stages. For Napoli, they came 2nd behind Liverpool. 3 wins and 3 draws. They actually went undefeated, so a bit unfortunate to not top the group. 12 points, just a single point behind Liverpool in the end. And for Barcelona in Group F, went for undefeated as well too. 4 wins, 2 draws, 14 points for them. So it's pretty unusual to see a top team playing against a second team from 2 different groups, because that's how the group stages works. If you top the group, you get to play a team that finished 2nd of the group in a random draw thing, and both of these sides managed to go unbeaten as well too. So, yeah. Odds for this game at $3.20 for Napoli, $3.50 for the draw, and $2 for Barcelona. Recent matches, managed to just find the one for Napoli there. And that was just a friendly win, 1-0 back in 2014, so nothing really too impressive. But for this game here, got to go for Barcelona to pull off the victory really realistically. Napoli absolutely woeful, but recent matches might be a sign of things to come. Bit of a 2-1 potentially. But I'm going to go for Barcelona to get a 2-0 win in this league here. Okay, we got 2 matches left to go. Got Lyon against Juventus. Lyon in France, in 11th spots there of the season so far. 9 wins, 7 draws, and 9 defeats. 34 points, and they got themselves 1 win and 2 draws in their past 5 league matches. 28 points behind the leaders PSG. Recent games, they got a 1-1 draw against Strasbourg, got a draw against Amiens, lost against Nice, and somehow managed to make it to the French Cup semi-final and a Copa de la Liga final as well too. Both games against PSG, so it's going to be really tough for them. But strangely, how they've been really underperforming in the league, but overperforming in the cup competitions. So it's a sign of things to come here. While they're playing against Juventus there, who's top of Italy, 18 wins, 3 draws, and 3 defeats, 57 points, 1 point ahead of Lazio. Inter Milan also only 3 points behind them. So it's going to be interesting. 3-horse title race in Italy this season. 3 wins and 2 defeats for them in the past 5 league matches. Recent games include a 2-1 defeat against Verona and Napoli, and a 1-1 draw against AC Milan in the first leg of the Coppa Italia. So odds for this game: 4.50 for Lyon, 3.50 for the draw, $1.72 for Juventus. How they managed to qualify? For Lyon, they came second to Group G, which was the weak group against Leipzig. 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats, just sneaking through with 8 points. While for Juventus, they topped Group D, 5 wins, 1 draw, no losses, 16 points for them. For this game here, Juventus sometimes a bit of a one-man show with Ronaldo on the score sheet quite often. They got 10 wins, or 10 games in a row where Ronaldo managed to score in, but not always able to get the victories that they require. So for this game here, I'm going to go for a surprising 1-1 for Lyon being at home, but probably expect Juventus to get through this tie in their second leg to take it back to their place. And for the last match is a pretty big match, the biggest one of the lot, you have to say, between Real Madrid and Manchester City. Manchester City, arguably the favourites for the Champions League for the season, and for Real Madrid, have managed to win the Champions League a few seasons back as well too. So for Real Madrid, currently top of La Liga, 15 wins, 8 draws, and 1 defeat there this season, 53 points. 4 wins and a draw in their past 5 games. 1 point lead over Barcelona. So can they finally manage to win a La Liga title? It's been a little bit of a while since they managed to do so. They slipped up against Celta Vigo in their last match, who currently sits in 17th, a 2-2 draw, so that's not great news for them. And a 4-3 defeat against Royal Society in the Copa del Rey quarterfinals, as I mentioned before, where you get to see these other clubs taking part in the semi-finals to see who wins for a very rare trophy. So 2 slip-ups for them in the last 3 games for them. While for Manchester City, are in 2nd spot in the Premier League, 16 wins, 3 draws, and 6 defeats, 51 points so far this season, 3 wins and a draw in the past 5 games. Have somehow managed to score the most goals there this season, 4 more than Liverpool, despite being 25 points behind Liverpool with a game in hand as well too. So just their defensive issues causing them the troubles. And recent results being a draw against Crystal Palace, a loss against Manchester United 1-0, in the second leg of the League Cup competition. But fortunately for them, they got a 2-goal buffer in the first leg, so they still managed to get through to the final to play Aston Villa. So they still had some hope of a trophy this season. But of course, still hope here as well too. And a 2-0 defeat against Tottenham in the league. How these sides managed to qualify from the group. Real Madrid got second in Group A there. 3 wins, 2 draws, 1 defeat, 11 points. I remember they started off the Champions League pretty poorly. It seemed like they might not even manage to qualify. But things sort of picked up then later on. And then they managed to go unbeaten in quite a few matches since then. Only the one loss in the La Liga as well too, with those slip-ups. Fortunately for them, managing to just get draws. And for Manchester City, they ended up topping Group C, which was quite an easy draw, with 14 points, 4 wins and 2 draws, going undefeated for a change. Odds for this match is really even, with $2.40 for Real Madrid, $3.60 for the draw, $2.40 for Manchester City. Head-to-head record, seen 3 victories for Real Madrid, 1 victory for Manchester City, and there's been 2 draws, counting the matches back in 2012, where Real Madrid's 3-2 victors, there was a 1-1 draw. 2015, Real Madrid 4-1 winners. 2016, 0-0 and 1-0 for Real Madrid. In 2017, Manchester City finally pulling off a victory over Real Madrid, 4-1. For this game here, gonna go for Real Madrid to win. Gonna go for a 3-1 scoreline. They have more faith in being at home against the Manchester City side, who's been slipping up quite a bit there this season. But anything's possible in these first league matchups. And the current outright winners will go through before I finish this live stream eventually. It's Liverpool and Manchester City now, who are both joint favourites at $4.50, despite Manchester City never winning the Champions League and never really doing well in this competition. Real Madrid, with quite a bit of experience, is sitting down a little bit on the outright odds. Bayern Munich are the third favourites at $6.50, but of course they will disappear once Chelsea beats them. Got Barcelona at $7 odds. PSG, who doesn't seem to do anything in Europe as well too, up there at $7.50. Juventus 10-1 to win. Real Madrid at $14, despite winning so many Champions League trophies. Might be a good shot, possibly. Leipzig at $21. What a story that will be with their guys, and potentially a Bundesliga title as well too, depending what goes on in Germany. Tottenham $26 with Mourinho in charge. Could be wanting to get to another Champions League final, like what happened last season for Tottenham. Atletico $31 to get the win. Atalanta $36. Also be quite an amazing story there. My side, Chelsea $36. You never know, because do it for the first time since 2012. And Dortmund $36 as well too. Also within a shot of the Bundesliga. Napoli absolutely woeful, $61. Can't see that happening, but they have managed to stop Liverpool there this season, and they are the favourites for this season's title. Valencia $91, also not doing too great. And Lyon 200-1 to pull off the Champions League title. Imagine if that happened. But I'll be back again for the second leg of the Champions League there. Feel free to leave your thoughts and predictions in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and check out my other prediction videos with the Liverpool Atletico Madrid game. Give a little bit other details in the club series, as well as the Dortmund PSG game in the club series as well too. And of course, I do a whole bunch of European football predictions for the Premier League in France, Germany, Spain, all of these top sides basically, Italy, and as well as Scotland and Australia. and a few other Olympic videos and other stuff as well. So you might want to check out a whole bunch of videos if you're interested. Otherwise, second leg of the Champions League, get to review the games, see the latest odds, and then I give my next lot of predictions for you. But until then, thumbs up and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching for 35 minutes.